exploring our equilibrium and what this stability and balance could be like by stretching and opening the shoulders, these two balance points on the body. So today we'll continue exploring centering and filling that centeredness, that space of equality, of peace with light, by now emphasizing alignment of two specific parts of the body and the spine. So we want to focus on the pelvis, the seat, the bottom, that's the coccyx and the sacrum, and starting with the lumbar spine, okay? And then we'll move towards opening, so that would be aligning the pelvis, and then opening the chest, so the thoracic spine, and exploring how we started to open the chest with the shoulders, but now we'll focus just on the chest and lifting the lungs so that we can create a spine that it's not a plumb line, it has curvature, but it's a spine that allows the prana to flow. Swami Sivananda always talked about how asanas should be practiced with as straight lines as possible for those geometric shapes in the asanas, because the prana flows. If you have a break, as when you turn your wrist or your ankle in the wrong direction, then the prana blocks. And the prana accumulates in the block, and that can be okay if you release it, but not if it's stagnating there, and you should allow it to flow. And so the most important place where you want that to happen is the spinal column. And if you have a chest that is rounded, concave, the back is rounded with poor posture, then immediately you're going to start to have breaks in the neck, like I do. You're going to put pressure on the pelvis, lordosis and thrombosis, both of them caused by poor posture mainly, but that posture blocks all of your flow. So let's see if we can open these two areas and allow flow to come in, and we will practice a few challenging poses, including the full wheel. There are always variations, and you can also visualize it, so we'll see how it goes today. Okay, from sitting, place the hands in front of the knees. Let's take a deep breath in, opening the shoulders, lower the shoulder blades down, exhaling, walk forward, inhale, and exhale, bend from the hips, softening the waist and abdomen. And bring the elbows down, forearms to the ground to relax the head, face and neck, forehead down towards the mat, arching the spine. As you engage your breath, straighten back out, extending the arms. See if you can come further down. And gently walk back up. Now remember to use your breathing. We're practicing a continuous breath through the nose. Place the right hand on the left knee, left arm behind, turning right first, nice and straight spine, exhale and twist left. Engaging the continuous breath. Head and face turning. And releasing, placing the left hand on the right knee, right arm behind. Look to the left first, inhale, sit up tall, exhale, and twist. Head and face turn. A few more breaths here. Long, deep breaths. And release. Now place the hands on the shoulders, lifting up the elbows. We're going to start to move back and forth, practicing a Kundalini twist that really gets our breath going. Turning the head and face. And slowing down, start to bump the thighs. And cup the chin. Elongate the neck, moving the ears away from the shoulders. You can circle the thumb inside of the mouth. In one direction and the other. Just a little face yoga. Check on the neck, give it a rub. And lower the chin down. Move it gently from side to side. We'll inhale and turn the head and face up. Press out the chin. Exhale and lower down. Practice at your own pace as you inhale up. And exhale down. Coming back to center. Help the head to the right, using your hands. The left hand can come under the chin. Press the chin slightly forward as the right hand presses the head towards the shoulder. Breathe into the left side. And on the other side, switching hands. And coming to center to place the forefingers at the arch of the eyebrows. Press the acupressure point. And look up and down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Release and take your peace fingers and open the space underneath the eye. Now look right to left. Remember to add your vital life force, your breath, as you look side to side. And release. Massage your temples for a moment. Check on your cheeks and your face. Everything's fine. Your scalp. Okay. Lower the head down and prepare for full neck rolls. With a soft, supple neck, practice 6 neck rolls, 3 in one direction, 3 in the other. Breathing into the tension and exhaling and releasing it. your thumbs up for a radiant breath. Just to prepare to bring the light into our practice. With the fingers making fists and the thumbs up, inhale up the arms. And exhale, bring the arms into a V so that you can lift the chest up, holding and breathing. Radiating light. For the length of this pose, surrounded by light. And exhale, release down. Now to start our work with our pelvis, we're going to move into bridge poses. We'll need our blocks. I will show you first, so I'll turn and then turn again for the video. You can come down onto the mat. And bring the feet apart, knees together, crossing the arms over the chest. So the first thing we want to do is just check on the pelvis. And we're rocking gently side to side. No pushing. Just seeing how it feels. It's going to comfortably and easily loosen as we rock side to side. Now bring your hands beside your ears and bring the feet so that they're right in front of your buttocks, as if you were coming up into a full wheel. And just feel how it feels to tilt the pelvis out towards the heels and tuck the pelvis, squeezing the buttocks up towards the face. Exhaling, tilting. Inhaling, tucking. You're just acknowledging its flexibility right now. And bring the arms down to your sides to continue to tilt and tuck. Tilt and tuck. And release, bringing the feet back to the sides of the mat. Crossing the arms over the chest, rock side to side. Now you should be able to move a little further. The pelvis is engaging. You can start to stretch the hips as well. Great. And releasing, bring the knees up towards the chest to rock side to side. And releasing all of the old prana and tension from the lower back. Make circles with the knees. And bring the feet down to come into a cobbler, opening the knees apart. So we've got diamond legs here. Inhale up the arms to stretch the spine long and straight. And exhale, bending the elbows, bring the arms into a cactus. So here we really feel the release to the lower back and the opening to the chest. Breathe up and down the spine. This is your vital life force that you want to incorporate into your practice. Vital life energy. Healing benefits can only be experienced with prana. And now clasp the hands behind the head. We're going to practice a little bit of a few crunches for the abdominals. Inhaling up, lift the head up so that your profile stays forward, your chin up, and the elbows are out to the sides but above the ground, and come back down. So we're inhaling up, and you're really using your abdominals to do this, not your head, not your arms. Exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Again, try to keep the nose and the chin up and down. We're coming up, hold it. And lowering down, coming up, and lowering down. Release and stretch the arms up, long spine. And exhale the arms in beside you. Now move the feet a little bit closer to the pelvis and inhale up the hips. Coming into a bridge and cobbler. Exhale down. Inhale back up, finding that right distance for the feet. Exhale down. Okay, now we're going to steady the pose. Inhale up and hold the pose. You can clasp the hands under the seat if you like, or press the palms down to the mat. And exhale, release. Bring the knees together. Bring the feet back out to the sides of the mat. Cross the arms, other arm over this time. Switching arm direction, cross them over the chest and rock side to side. Again, we're loosening up the pelvis so that the strength that we build up, the endurance is rising up. Keeping the pelvis straight, lifting up the chest. And bring the knees up to the shoulders. Press the knees to the shoulders. Feet together, knees apart, really stretching the lower back. We'll move into windmills, extending the left arm and the left leg. Press the knee towards the chest. Exhale and switch sides. So here we're really aligning the pelvis. If you bring the straight leg all the way down, you can feel how when you press the knee towards the chest, you've really straightened the pelvis. It's tilting forward instead of back. And switch sides, feel that on the other side as well. Before you continue your windmills with the leg slightly lifted off the ground. Moving at your own pace. Maintain your breathing. bring the knees up towards the chest again. Clasp the hands around the shins, flex the feet so that the toes are curled towards you. Inhale and exhale the forehead towards the knees, chin to the chest. Be sure that the shoulders are relaxed as you breathe into the ball pose. And release, clasp the hands behind the head. To inhale and exhale the entire body down to the right. So your arms are in, your knees together. And make sure that the knees are as high up towards your elbows, towards your chest as you can place them. So that when you inhale and exhale, open up, trying to lower the left elbow down. You're really getting an opening to the chest. The head and face are turning to the left. And if you keep the hands clasped, you'll really feel it in the muscles around the ribs and the chest area. It's getting a wonderful stretch. Using the echoey breath. Get this area nice and charged. And releasing, return to your back. To come down to the left side. Everything comes down to the left. Inhale and exhale, open up to the right. Right elbow weighing down. And as you breathe, it becomes easier to lower it down, head and face turning. So look out over the arm. Couple more breaths. And inhale back up. Great, so we can release the arms here. Bring the feet back down. And take hold of our block. Take hold of the block and with it, turn it so that it's up horizontally. So it's not flat, but it's up, but in a horizontal way. So it's a little lower, up vertical. And place it right at the sacrum, around the backs of the hips, and then just rest on the block. And so you're in an elevated bridge, supported by the block. And the reason I want us to feel this pose is to notice how the hips start to turn towards the face, how the pelvis is up, and how in the bridge pose, this is where the pelvis should move. As you tuck, you can feel even more of that, where the body should be when you're holding it in place. And if we're trying to create a flow of prana through a healthy spine, the spine needs to be able to move, to have mobility. And since everything is connected, the abdominals need to be strong. So if we now remove the block and place it between the legs, from the knee towards the thighs, in a vertical direction now so that it's lengthwise. And we have the feet in the right spot there in front of us, and the arms in beside. And now we inhale up, squeezing the block helps us notice how much more we need to lift up and tuck up. Of course, without strong abdominals, we're naturally going to enter poor posture, so we want to really strengthen them. Holding and breathing. Once you've held it for a little while, it becomes easier and you can clasp the hands. Hold this little bridge with added tension. And slowly coming down vertebrae by vertebrae. To take the green block now and to continue to connect the spine and strengthen the area that supports the spine, we want to feel a lift in the chest. So taking the green block, place it so that it's now vertical if you can. If not, turn it so that it's horizontal. Vertical underneath the hips. You may need to come up onto the toes. It's underneath the hips, and now you can bring the arms out into a V, palms up, and just press a little bit towards your face, and you feel that lift and opening to the chest. And now we've completed the journey all the way up to the thoracic and cervical spine. Enhancing our mobility and improving our pranic flow. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Echoey pranic breaths to really vibrate and stimulate the cells. And if you feel comfortable, you can place your hands on the block and straighten the legs. Stretch the legs out. Give one nice, long, beautiful arch. One more breath here. Bending the legs. Gently lift the hips up, come onto the toes, lift the hips up, remove the block. And rest in Shavasana with the feet to the corners of the mat, knees together, arms out, palms up. So this is a Shavasana for the lower back. It relieves tension from the coccyx, from the sacrum. And now move the feet closer to you, but keep the knees together. Bring the arms in beside. Often though, like I was saying, we have breaks in our pranic flow, And sometimes we have them also because the muscles aren't connecting properly, and they're the force, they're the system that supports the bones and the nerves. So we put the knees together so that when we lift up the hips and you pull the pelvis now towards your knees and lift the navel towards your chest, you have two different directions which are stretching that area of the abdomen and spine, straightening, stretching, so that there's improved connectivity. So you have the lower spine stretching down, you can squeeze the buttocks, rest the knees against each other, and you have the mid spine stretching up towards the chest. Breathe deeply. And release that. Great. Now we're ready to practice our bridge pose. This is something that you'll do on your own. You can choose to practice a little bridge, an extended arching bridge, or a traditional bridge where you take hold of the ankles or place the hands around the heels and inhale all the way up, placing the weight of the body on the arms and shoulders. Go ahead and try that now. Take the tension away from the knees. Move it up towards the torso. Gently. See light fill the spine. From the tailbone to the neck, all the way to the crown of the head. Coming out whenever you're ready. And returning to the bridge one last time, any form of the bridge that you enjoyed, whether it's supported by a block or whether you're preparing for the full wheel, which will come up later in class. And as you hold the bridge, look at what part of the body is helping you support the bridge. Where do you feel the strongest? And then consider where you feel the weakest. And when it's hard to hold the bridge pose, what causes difficulty? Now, if everything is connected, how can we support one part of the body with another? What is required physically? What are little things that we can do? mouth of the bridge into Shavasana, heels to the corners, arms out, palms up. Having practiced the pose at length, now we can experience the benefits. Inhaling deeply, go inside. Exhaling, completely feel the change. Gently bring the knees up. Place the hands behind the knees or across the ankles, taking hold of the toes to rock back and forth, chin to the chest, massaging the spine. Coming all the way up and around so that you're on your knees are wide apart, feet together. We're just going to slide the arms out, coming into a frog. Variation of the child pose, forehead to the mat, stretching long. Coming up onto the knees, move the feet so that they're apart, toes curled into the mat. And we're just going to strengthen the cervical spine a little bit with some back and forth movements. The arms should be outside of the mat, fingers slightly out, and we're moving down the left shoulder. The arm should be straight and extended as you turn the left cheek onto the mat. And coming up, bending the arm, we do the same with the right side. Inhaling and exhaling down. And by moving the head and face onto the mat, onto the side, you're really helping the neck also straighten, and the spine and the head also gets a nice bit of pressure there. You're moving at your own pace. And coming up to enter a squat. Press the Kundalini squat on the toes. Making up the knees, coming all the way up. To stand in a mountain pose. I'm just going to wake up the body a little bit by coming up onto the toes. And walking tiptoe, you can walk forward and back. Helping the lymphatic cycle wake up, giving us a little buoyancy. And lifting up the knees. Try to stay on the toes if you can. ourselves a few slaps, waking up the organs. Moving into rejuvenation, lifting the opposite heel up and swinging the arms. Gracefully, gracefully. Dancing, dancing. As if you're swinging in a swing. Starting to come down when you're ready. Bending from the hips. Moving the hands to the right ankle, move the forehead towards the knee. Walking the hands to the left ankle, breathing as you move the forehead towards the knee. Coming to center, pressing the sit bones up. Straight legs. And begin to sway side to side. Rising all the way up. And coming back down. To rest in the mountain pose. So then we're moving the shoulders back, rolling them back and down, and rolling the shoulders up and around, up and around. Standing here for a moment, placing the hands around the ears, fingertips around the ears. Bring the elbows together, chin down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, really raise the chest up. Exhale. Inhale, stretch, stretch, and open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Exhale. And inhale. This should help us when we release the arms and move them up into the worship pose. Worship pose, lifting up, stretching the whole body. Bend the elbows, take hold of the forearms. Inhale and exhale, lean to the left, look up to the left elbow. Lean to the right, look up to the left elbow. Feel the left foot way down as you stretch the entire side. Inhale to center and exhale, lean to the left, looking up to the right elbow. Right foot ways down. Nice deep breaths, moving the arms back beside the ears. Inhale up and exhale, press the air out. Take your block. Take the smaller block, the pink one. Okay. So often when it comes to our pelvis, it affects how we walk. So we're going to do a few foot exercises with the block. Stepping on the block, make sure that the toes come off the edge and just move the toes up and down. So you have the left foot, you're on your tippy toes with the left, but your weight is on the block and you're moving the toes up and down. And this helps strengthen the center line of the foot so that the arch and
the foot move the way it should. If you're like me, some people walk on the inside, some people walk on the outside. This should help relieve both problems. Let's switch sides. So the toes are hanging out over the edge. And you're on the toes of the right foot now, moving the left foot's toes up and down over the block. Trying to stay balanced, even pressure on the block. No pain, comfortable movements. And release. And place the block between your feet so that it's right, it's not vertical, it's horizontal. Okay. And now we're going to walk forward with the block. And you can feel how it affects the pressure on the block affects where the foot falls on the mat. And of course, when you walk, you should walk from heel to toes. Basically on the outside, but not too much pressure on the outside. Walking forward and back. And though we don't notice it, this is also adjusting the pelvis. And so we come back to center, and we're going to do one more exercise with the block here. With the feet, I mean. And so the heel, let's see if I can get this, turn the foot out to the side so that most of your weight is going to come onto the heel. You'll put the heel right towards the corner, the top right corner of the block, and you're going to bring the toes down and then forward, side and forward, and you need to come onto the toes of the left foot. Otherwise, it won't be up straight. And since this is for feet more, a little ankle rotation for us as well. And moving over, left foot to the left corner of the block. Let's see if we're on there balanced. Make sure you're balanced. And start to move back and forth. If you need to keep the leg bent, I understand. It's hard to balance on the toes. If you can come up onto the toes, great. And the legs can be straight, and you can focus on the foot. That requires a little concentration there. And we're done with that, but we're going to use the block again, this time for some pelvic movement. Place the hands on the hips and step your entire right foot onto the block, bouncing on the block. And again, you'll be on the toes, left foot's toes. And we're just going to look right and left. Use the breath. If you need to be supported with the wall, that's fine. This can cause a little dizziness. Move as slowly as you need to. That should do it. And we're going to switch sides. So that we're even, make sure that you're pressing down evenly on the block or on the toes of the other foot. And then hands on the hips, looking side to side. lifting them up, and we don't even notice that it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
But because the lower back and the pelvis are connected to the cervical spine in certain interesting ways, it starts to pull and tug, and we start to come into alignment. Okay, one more with the block, one more. Stepping firmly onto the block with the right foot. This is a crossover. Hands on the hips. So we're on the toes, and we're going to cross the leg over and just come on to the outer side of the foot. So it comes to the outside, the right rim of the block, and back. And cross, and now see if you can kind of lower down without bending the leg. Okay, and now you're really going to start to feel it in the glutes and the hamstrings. Because when you start to press the hip out to the side, that's the pelvic shift that really works out the muscles that are connected to it. One more. All right, and switching sides.
I don't think I'm doing it right.
Okay, so you want to come onto the toes of the foot that's on the mat and make sure that the other foot is weighing down evenly. And we're just going to cross the leg over. And now slightly, this leg is straight, but the hip has to press out so that the right foot can come onto the outside rim of the foot. Yes, you've got it. And then come back. And then you cross it over. And you're trying to lower it down. You're trying to lower the heel down. You're trying to lower everything down. You feel that in this leg now? Yes.
Yeah.
And cross over. Holding up, exhaling out. One more. All right, great. And now let's stand in mountain pose again and see if it feels any different. Standing at the head of the mat. Take out the shoulders. My shoulders feel different. And just breathe in here. Thumb line at the eye light, giving us correct posture. Step the feet apart for the divine light invocation. Toes turned out to the sides of the mat. Closing the eyes, focus on the space between the eyebrows. Inhaling up the arms in one smooth movement, tense and firm the body. Use all your concentration as you state the invocation. I am created by divine light. I am sustained by divine light. I am protected by divine light. I am surrounded by divine light. I am ever growing into divine light. Exhale, relaxing the body, lower the arms down. And using your imagination, see yourself standing in a shower of brilliant white divine light. It pours down over you, some of it entering the body through the top of the head, through the crown of the head, filling your entire being. And now with the arms in beside the body, inhale, tense and firm, keeping the eyes closed, to repeat the invocation. I am created by divine light. I am sustained by divine light. I am protected by divine light. I am surrounded by divine light. I am ever growing into divine light. Exhale and release the arms down, relaxing the body. Now focus on the warm glow of light. Feeling this glow of light that suffuses the body from inside and outside as well. Silently acknowledging every cell of my physical body is filled with divine light. Every level of consciousness is illumined by divine light. Divine light penetrates every cell of my physical body, every level of consciousness. I have become a channel of pure light. I have become one with the light. The divine light invocation is an exercise of will as well as an act of surrender. Express gratitude with great feeling for this gift of the light and the ability to be able to share it. And now see before you someone in need of the light. If you can't think of anyone, see a man, woman, and child. Imagine that they are healthy, happy, and whole. And allow light to stream forth towards their feet, spiraling in a clockwise motion. The light rises up to envelop the image completely. And now see the light and the enveloped image rising up, gently rising towards the source of light high above in the sky, where the image begins to meld and merge with the light, becoming one with its source, until it is no longer visible. And releasing the hands and head down, bringing them to heart center, understanding that as we help others, we also help ourselves. Namaste. And now that we've sent out the light and received the light, we're going to continue our pursuit of the full wheel by coming down into a squat. Asana. The feet are apart, toes towards the sides of the mat. The heels can come down or you can stay on the toes as you press the elbows into the knees, hands to the heart. See if you can lift up the diaphragm. If you topple, just come back up. You want to hold the pose that works for your body at this time. And gently lower all the way down into Shavasana. To inhale and receive the light. Exhale and absorb the light. And as you lie here, consider what connection, physical connection, emotional connection, something that you experience in the body, whether it be the fibers of the body, the tissues, the different bodily systems. How does connection affect the light? What does the light and the vibration of prana, what happens when you think of these connections? Is there movement? And within these connections, to build these connections, what sustains the light? And now pulling the invisible cord, come up to sitting. We're going to practice a hero variation, bringing the left knee in towards the right, the foot is out to the side. And we can gently twist to the left and come up and down over the right leg into a forward bend, stretching the straight leg. Inhaling the arms back up, and exhaling, we're going to bring the back down, or you can choose to place the hands behind you and just lower down onto the elbows. This is fine. Or come all the way down. Preparation for full hero. Stretching the front of the thigh, allow the knee to relax. Breathe deeply, because here we have a wonderful arch to the lower back. The spine really loves this pose. And if it's practiced correctly, you can move the shoulder blades down and the chest up. Adjust as necessary. And gently come up onto the elbows, all the way up onto the hands, and straighten the leg out for the other side. Bending the right leg, coming into our quick little twist here. Bringing the arms up, and exhaling down into a forward bend. Stretching the right leg, try to keep both sit bones down. Help them if they need it. Inhaling the arms back up. Exhale the hands behind you and lower down onto the elbows. Or all the way down onto the back, arms in the side of the body. Then you want to feel it in the legs, stretching the knees, stretching the thigh. And hopefully your pelvis is feeling looser, more comfortable. And let's come up onto the elbows and onto the hands, all the way up. For a fish pose, we're bringing the feet together. now come here, coming onto our side, place the block horizontally in an upward position, just under the armpit, about 2 ribs, a few ribs down. We want to affect the subscapulae. So it's right next to the scapula, right next to the shoulder blade, closer to the spine. We want to stretch that, and we do that by resting on the elbow and then placing the left hand in front of you. Move the shoulders, both shoulders, back and forth, especially the one that's down below. So the right shoulder. You should, with the help of the pressure from the block, start to feel a release in the subscapular area. And the reason I want us to stretch that area is because I often talk about the lungs of the back when we practice fish, and that is really what I'm talking about, is your scapula and the area beside the scapula, subscapula. So you can experiment with this pose. Perhaps looking up helps you. See what works for you. Or looking down. And releasing so that we don't cramp the other side. We're going to practice on the other side. And it's just below the chest. You should be able to feel it once you press down. You're resting on the left arm on the elbow, just as necessary, and moving the left shoulder back and forth a little. You should start to feel the stretch right alongside the backbone. Practicing the variations that you like. Down, looking up. I'm turning to come onto the back. Now we're going to use the vertical part of the block to place it just in the middle of the back, just below the scapula, so that you can kind of lift up the upper back as you bring the arms out, palms up, and turn the head and face up so that the crown of the head is down on the mat. You can roll the eyes back. You're in a fish variation. This may require some adjustment to get the arch right for you and the pressure correct. But what I like about using the block here is that you can press the skin and the muscles up, and that helps lift the lungs up. When your lungs are up, your mind is up. And the D for lethargy and depression is to lift the lungs. Now remove the block, lying flat on
on the mat. Give yourself a moment to think about your posture through your life as a young girl, at different points in your life. When was your posture poor? When was it good? And what was your mental state? Perhaps you recall what might have been going on in your life, and what you may have done to correct it, or what you could do now to correct any postural malalignments. And so we'll now practice the fish on our own without a prop. You can bring the arms either underneath the body or the elbows in beside the body. So either fish that you prefer, either arms underneath, elbows close together, hands pressed down towards the thighs. Inhaling up, pressing the crown of the head down. Make sure that the shoulders are apart, shoulder blades coming together. Start to breathe vigorously. You want to clear out the chest, clear out any pollutants that might be lodged in the lungs, going into the deeper crevices. And if this form of the fish is difficult, just keep the arms in beside, fingertips towards the ceiling, and lift up the lower back, moving up towards the neck, crown of the head down. Remember, there's no tension in the legs. Now you can breathe right into that space that we stretched as well, so that that space presses the chest forward and lifts the chest up. And lowering down. Come back to Shavasana to feel the change. And bring the legs together, and you can either come onto your side or rock up. We're not done. We're ready for the full hero. Probably coming onto the knees. The feet come out, the knees come together. If the full hero is too much of a challenge, practice the half hero once again, which we were practicing earlier.
Let me try that. In my knees.
Yeah, you don't want to overextend and hurt any part of the body.
Yeah.
Rub the legs a little bit.
Or I can use this. No? Like this. Because I feel it inside my knees.
Yeah. But that won't work with the hero, since in the hero eventually
You need
will
to
have.
go down.
So the half hero is probably better. And or you can stay there and practice
It's so good.
just arching up. So we're coming all the way down. Some of us are already down. You can rest on the elbows if you like, relaxing the head back, or lower all the way down. And again, this is a wonderful pose because it really stretches all the muscles alongside. It's a slimming pose, it's a straightening pose. It's a posture correcting pose that lifts the chest up even further.
Use the hands.
Notice your center line and imagine that the light and the prana are flowing up and down. Perhaps you like it to circle in a never-ending continuous motion through the body. coming out of the pose whenever you're ready. Coming onto all fours. Coming onto all fours for a tabletop. We're going to first extend out the right arm. And come down. Extend out the left arm. And lower it down. Extend the left leg. Okay, and lower it down. Extend the right. You can move the foot side to side, maybe pointing, and lower down. Okay, we're ready. Inhale up the right arm and the left leg as you curl the toes of the right foot into the mat, holding you steady. And take hold of the foot, arching up. Remember, we're trying to create the arch in the back. If this is too difficult, just bend the leg and turn the chest up, shoulders back. And lowering down, cat-cow. Keeping the joints lubricated. And extending the left arm and the right leg. Engaging the breath. And taking hold of the foot. Again, just bend and arch the chest up if you need a variation. And lower down. Coming into the child pose. Stretch the back and the neck long. Extended child. Bring the arms in beside the body, forehead towards the knees. Traditional child pose. Breathe into the pose. Creating a complete circle of breath inside and outside your form. Sitting up onto the heels, extend out onto the belly. Bring the arms into a T, palms down, head and face turn to the left. Inhale up the left foot and cross it over the right. Now start here, just feeling the slight stretch to the lower back. Resting the leg over the left leg over the right. And now start to turn the pelvis. You can use the left hand to help you turn onto the side so that you lift the sit bones and feel the stretch to the lower back.
Is this the kickstand?
No kickstand. Come back down. Come back up onto the belly. Bring the arms into a T, palms down, head and face turn to the left. Inhale up the left foot and cross it over the right. Resting the leg over the left leg.
And keep the head and face turned to the left. Lift up the right and cross it over the left. Rest here. The weight of the right leg weighing down on the left. Slight stretch to the lower back. Now press with the right hand. Coming on to the left a little bit. Stretching the shoulder and the chest. And lowering down. Hurt the chest. Release the legs and turn the head and face to the right. Inhale up the left leg. Again, feel the release. Relaxing. Breathing into the lower back. And press with the left hand. Don't hurt your neck or the chest. It's very slight. And lower down. Release the leg. Bring the right leg over. And press up. And release. Forehead to the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows in beside the body. Now move the shoulders back and down so that the shoulder blades are down, and then bring them together using the pressure of the hands to help you. And keeping the feet together, inhale up the head, neck, and chest. Holding a nice low cobra. Lowering all the way down, forehead to the mat, curl the toes into the mat. And just to check on our arm strength, we need a little arm strength for the full wheel. Press yourself up all the way into a plank. And then lower the hips down into an up dog. Turn the head and face up. And leaving the knees on the mat, lift the feet up. And lower the head and face down. Press yourself back up. Lowering the head and face slightly down, pressing up. Notice the strength of the arms. Practice a few of these. Lowering the feet down, return to your King Cobra. And press back into extended child. All right, we've done a lot of preparation. It's time to see if we can do this. It's up to you whether you want to practice the full wheel. You can choose to return to a bridge pose. Are you going to try?
I don't have any strength in my upper body anymore.
I don't either, but hopefully because of all the stretching to the pelvis, we can come up anyway.
I used to do it all the time. Now I have no strength in my upper body.
Let's take a moment for positive thinking.
Yes.
Meditation, sitting up tall, head, neck, and spine aligned. Take a deep breath in and a complete breath out, and visualize the full wheel. Visualize yourself in the pose, in the asana. And see the pose in the light now.
And follow the light flowing through you, helping you lift up into the pose. No strain. You can stay here visualizing, meditating, or enter the pose.
It's easier
Your own
here.
pace.
No, you did go on. I need you to pull
I
me
did.
up.
You did? Yes. Okay, you got it going as far as you need. It's a wonderful chest lifter. I just had a migraine, so I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but it really feels good.
Yes, it's good with the work of the book.
Mm-hmm. It's time for final relaxation. Come into Shavasana. Heels to the corners, arms out, palms up. Turning the hands and feet. Relaxing the arms and legs. Turning the head and face. Relaxing the neck. And the entire back. Take a deep breath in, down to the toes, down to the fingertips. And exhale all the air out, all the way out through the crown of the head. Inhaling deeply, a full body breath. Exhaling completely, full body breath. Inhale into every cell. And exhale completely. Inhale deeply, fill the belly up like a balloon. And as you exhale completely, feel the belly deflate and naturally contract like a balloon. Inhale deeply, strong belly breath. Exhale completely. Now as you inhale, fill the belly and pull the breath up towards the chest, into the ribs. Exhaling completely, empty the belly, followed by the ribs. Inhaling, the belly is filled first, followed by the ribs opening, and last the chest rising. Send the breath all the way up. And exhaling completely, empty the belly, the ribs, and the chest. One more time. Inhale deeply, fill the belly, the ribs, and the chest, all the way to the shoulders, to hold the breath. And exhale completely, emptying the belly, followed by the ribs, and last the chest. Inhale, final deep breath to go inside. And as you exhale, let go. Entering natural, gentle breathing. I'll go through the body, helping it further relax. Starting with the hands and feet. Think hands and feet relax. And feel the hands and feet relaxing. Hands and feet relax. The hands and feet are now relaxed. Tell the legs to relax. Relax legs. Relax. And feel the legs relaxing. Both legs relax. Both legs are relaxed. Think arms relax. Arms relax. And feel both arms relaxing. Both arms relax. Both arms are now relaxed. Think back relax. Relax back. And feel the lower, middle, and upper back relaxing. The entire back relaxes. The entire back is completely relaxed. Come to the belly. Think abdomen, abdomen relax. And feel the abdomen relaxes. Tell the entire belly to relax. Relax belly. And feel the sides, bottom, top, and the internal organs relaxing. The entire belly is relaxed. The entire belly relaxes. Think chest relax. Relax chest. And feel the chest cavity, heart and lungs relaxing. The entire chest relaxes. The entire chest is now relaxed. Think shoulders and neck relax. And feel the shoulders and neck respond by relaxing. The shoulders and neck relax. The shoulders and neck are now relaxed. Think face and scalp relax. Relax head, relax. And feel the face and scalp relaxing. Feel the entire head relaxes. The face, scalp and head relax. The face, scalp and head are now relaxed. Allow the sense perceptions to relax. Relax ears, relax. And feel the ears relax. The ears are relaxing. The ears are relaxed. Relax skin, relax. And feel the skin relaxing. The skin is relaxing. The skin is now relaxed. Relax mouth, relax. Relax lips, relax. And feel the mouth relaxes. Inside the mouth relaxes. The lips relax. The entire mouth is relaxed. And think nose relax. Right nostril, relax. Left nostril, relax. The entire nose relaxes. The nose is relaxed. And tell the eyes to relax. Relax eyes, relax. And feel both eyes relaxing. Both eyes relax. Both eyes. And now relax. And now tell the brain to relax. Relax brain, relax brain. And feel the brain relaxes. And the mind is pleased and can let go of the external to enter within, to see, taste and touch the divine silence. With a gentle body, gentle breath, gentle mind. Turn your awareness to the body by wiggling the fingers and toes, turning the wrists and ankles. Inhale up the arms and point the fingers back. Exhaling, release the arms down. Bring the legs together and point the toes. Inhaling up the arms for a final full body stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale, release, coming down onto your right side into a fetal position. I want to just say before you get up, try to notice how opening the pelvis helped the after effects of the full wheel. Usually we feel aches and pains in the shoulders and arms. You shouldn't feel so much of that tonight. So just a little reminder to pay attention to that and see if it worked. And I would love some feedback. And thank your body. make your first action that of gratitude as you press yourself up to sitting. Namaste. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, that was lovely.